Welcome back, YouTubers. Today we're going to be training the deltoids, the shoulder muscles. There's three heads to the deltoids. You have the anterior deltoid, otherwise called the front deltoid, this piece here. You have the medial deltoid or lateral deltoid, which is called the side deltoid, and then in the rear back there you have the posterior deltoid, or otherwise known as the rear deltoid. Alright, so I'm going to be going over 5 of the best exercises to target the deltoids. First off, exercise number 1, we're going to be doing the overhead barbell press, otherwise known as the military press. You can do this with a barbell or with dumbbells. I'm going to show you the barbell version first. Alright, take your weight here, about shoulder width or a little wider for this even. So, about 18 inches apart or so, your hand width, at least shoulder width. Now, I'm going to turn to the side so you can see this better. But you should be keeping a 30-degree angle with each arm in front of you. Not out here. When your arms are straight out at your sides, it can cause a lot of rotator cuff problems, which I know all about. Okay, so here we go. You can do this standing, or you can do it while sitting in a chair, or even with a slight decline bench. So I'm going to be demonstrating it here in the chair today for you. Keep the weight in front of you and come down just below your chin level here. You don't have to go all the way here because those last few inches you're pretty much just relaxing. So you can keep tension on better by just coming down right about to your chin level. So make sure the bar is about 6 to 8 inches out in front of you, head straight, and pressing up. Hold for a second, flex it down. 1, 2, 3, down, right to chin level. Back up, 1, down. Explode up, boom, hold, back down. Notice I'm keeping the elbows in front of me a little bit, about 30 degrees for each arm from the side in front. Boom, back down. Alright. So, that's the proper way to do the seated military press or overhead press. You can also do it standing, but to use strict form to get it right the first time, do it with lightweight and do it seated first. Alright, exercise number 2 today, Arnold presses. Arnold as in Arnold Schwarzenegger. Some of you probably might be familiar with this exercise, a lot of you probably aren't. But it's another overhead movement for the deltoids in which you take your arms like this, you come in front of you, but again we're not relaxing all the way down. We want to come to about here, just like so. Coming out with the elbows. Again, keep them at about 30 degrees though, not all the way to your sides. 30 degrees, I don't know if this makes sense to you, but it's in here. Alright? Right here. And as you're coming up, come down like this, palms facing toward you. And as you're pushing up, once you're halfway up, your wrist should be pretty neutral. And then once you get to the top range of the motion, here, you can come together and your palms should be facing forward at this point. Then on the decel, on the eccentric coming down, same thing. As you come down, rotate them like so. Back to the starting position here. 30 degrees from all the way out. Boom. Back down. Alright. Use these little weights to demonstrate. Back down, 2, 3, squeeze together, come out as you go up, all in one motion. Hold it at the top if you want to. It'll really burn. Back down. That's the Arnold press. Exercise number 3 today. Side lateral raises. I'm going to show them seated here, just like the last exercises I showed you. Stay seated. Pretend this is your weight bench at the gym. And I'm going to turn my chair this way for this one. So, get to the end of the bench, lean forward a little and pretend these are dumbbells, they're plates. Have your arms all the way down at your sides. And then come up, raise them straight up to the side. Come up, boom, and then stop. Don't go higher than 90 degrees. Don't go higher than parallel from the ground. And on the return down, don't go all the way relaxed either. It'll really burn if you stop here. You can do these while standing. You don't have to be seated. But to keep them real strict and really working, I do believe it's better to be seated during this exercise. Pull them out, iron cross. Down, 1, 2, 3. Keep a little resistance, keep it out. Not all the way relaxed, and back up. 1, 2, 3. Hold. Down, 2, 3. They really burn. This one is working mainly the lateral, the medial delt, the side meat, which is what a lot of guys want, and girls, for that bodybuilder, that aesthetics, that look, because you physically look wider, more masculine, if you will, when you work the side, the medial delt. So to get that pop in your delts, to get that 3D delt, gotta target that middle delt. All right, so side lateral raises. None of this swinging into it. That's a different exercise, because when you're going that heavy and you have to use momentum to get it up, then you're working more your traps, your trapezius muscles, your back muscles are taking over. When you're going too heavy and you're swinging, also when you're going higher up like that, you're now incorporating a lot of trapezius instead of just targeting that side deltoid, which is what we want to do. So we just want to keep it right in this range of motion here. Keep that tension on, don't go all the way down, and don't go too high up. As far as your wrist position throughout the entire range of motion, I would say just keep a neutral grip. Some people believe in pouring out the cup of water. If that feels okay, do that too. I don't really think it makes much difference, to be honest, as long as you're focused right here, right there. Just like that. Exercise number 4 for the deltoids. Rear delt flies, or dumbbell reverse flies for the rear delt. This one we're going to be targeting the rear, the posterior deltoid back there. That guy right there by my moly. Okay, I'm going to have a little trouble doing this one with my bad shoulder, but I'm going to demonstrate with some light 5-pounders here and really just focus the attention on my good shoulder. So again, you're at the end of your weight bench here, but we're crouching way over in the chair here, where your back is almost flat. You can just actually lay flat out on a bench if you want to, but that angle right there should be good. So again, like we did with the side lateral raises, for the rear, it's real similar, but just we're keeping down and we're coming up. Again, just like the last one, I don't really believe that we should completely rest at the bottom. Keep your scapular tight and come up. Also with this one too, about 30 degrees away from 90, so we're at about 60 from here. This is the starting point with our elbows. Bring them up 2/3 the way to 90 degrees, not here. that works, the rear delt, but this is proven to work better. You want that angle right there. And again, here, keep some resistance on back. Squeeze. Of course it works in traps as well, but it is targeting much of the rear delt here. There's also a lot of cable exercises at the gym you can do to isolate the movement and work your target the rear delt, but right here, this is really hammering it right there. Just that motion. You're gonna have to go higher than that. Getting that pump going back here. Alright, so that brings us to the fifth and final deltoid exercise for today. This one's gonna be the front raises. Now, you can do this with dumbbells, as I'm demonstrating right now, or you can do it using a weight plate from the gym. I don't have a really big one here right now, but I'll show you that right away. You've probably seen people doing this. Generally, you want to hold it at like 2 o'clock and 10 o'clock, as if you're steering a car. You're steering your boat or your car right now. Arms are straight out in front of you. And you come down almost all the way, but again, keep a little resistance there. Do these standing. You know what? This one's probably preferred in a standing position. So, with our plate, front raises here for the front deltoid. You don't want to go up too high either. I guess it wouldn't hurt anything, but again, the range of motion, much like the other exercises, to keep that tension on, to really work that muscle, to target the front deltoid here. 10 and 2, down slow, and actually up for a 3-4 second count too, and then hold here. Hold about that angle right there, a little bit out in front of your face or above your head, and then back down slow. 2, 3, 4, and right back up. Keeping that good posture, no swing in action. You could maybe safely do that once you're burnt out to get a few extra reps, but honestly, I didn't feel anything right there. So, again, boom, right there, down, 2, 3, 4, very brief hold and back up. Boom. It also works the medial delt somewhat, but just keeping that pressure in like that definitely targets the anterior deltoid here, the front one that we're trying to target with this. Alright, so another variation of the front raises for the front delt. These are dumbbells. They're actually weight plates, but we'll call them dumbbells today. Boom, right there. Same thing as if we were doing the plate squeezer, the steering the car like we just did. Alright, so that wraps it up for Deltoid Training 101 today with Garrett. That was 5 good exercises you can do at home or at the gym to target the 3 heads of the deltoids. The anterior, the front, the medial, the middle deltoid or side, and then the rear, the posterior deltoid back there, to get those 3D delts going. Alright, thanks again for tuning in, and see you in the next video. Peace.